Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how to use the Slidr library to implement this swipe to dismiss feature into an activity. So this is the second activity. I can swipe it off the screen. I can slide it back to keep the activity opened. I can lock the slide so we can't swipe it off anymore. And I can unlock it. And when we swipe it off the screen, the activity gets closed. As usual, I will put a link to the code of this example into the description box, and there you will also find a link to the library on GitHub. And for this example I already made some preparations. I have prepared a second activity with this one text view and these two buttons. When we click any of those two buttons, we call the lock slide or unlock slide method, which right now are both empty. And in our main activity we have this one open activity 2 button, which when clicked does exactly that. It opens the second activity. If you don't know yet how to make a button open a new activity, I will put a video on that into the info card box in the top right corner of this video. But it's basically just these two lines here. We create an intent with activity 2, and then we call start activity and pass this intent. And now as usual, when we want to use a third-party library, we first have to add the dependency for it. So we go into our build.gradle file with module::app in its name. And here at the bottom, we add this dependency. You can copy paste this from the GitHub page with the most recent version number. And when we have added this, we click sync now and wait a short moment until it's finished syncing. Next we have to make some preparations. We have to create a different theme for our activity where we want to use the swipe feature, because technically it has to be transparent. But this is not very hard to do, so we go into our rest folder here, into values, and open styles.xml. And here we create a second style with opening angle bracket style. We call it app_theme.slidr activity theme. You can change this name to whatever you want, but you have to keep this app theme prefix, because it has to inherit from our app theme. We close this with a closing angle bracket, and in between here we have to add two attributes with opening angle bracket item. The first one is Android: window is translucent, closing angle bracket, and here we set this to true. And one more, opening angle bracket item, Android: window background, closing angle bracket, and then here we pass add Android: color/transparent. And now in any activity where we want to use our Slidr swipe functionality, we use this Slidr activity theme. For this we go into our manifest file, in our manifest folder here, Android manifest.xml. Then we search for our activity 2 where we want to use it and go before this closing angle bracket. And here we add another attribute, Android: theme, and we pass our Slidr theme that we just created. And now our activity 2 is transparent, which also means the background will be transparent. To change this we go into our activity2.xml layout file. And then we go into our root layout, which in this case is a linear layout, and add the attribute Android: background. And here we search for add color/background_material_light. This will set the background to this default light color, which by the way is not completely white. Okay, and that's it for the preparations and the layout, and now we go into our activity2.java file. And setting up the swipe functionality is pretty easy. We simply go into our onCreate method and call Slidr with capital S .attach, and here we simply pass this for our activity 2. And that's all we have to do to add the swipe feature. If you also want to add this lock and unlock feature, you simply create a member variable, private Slidr interface, and we're gonna call this Slidr here. And this Slidr.attach method here has a Slidr interface as its return value. So we can write Slidr equals Slidr.attach. And now we can use the Slidr variable anywhere we want in our activity to lock and unlock this functionality. So we go into our lock slide method here and simply call Slidr.lock, and that's it. And vice versa, in unlock slide we call Slidr.unlock, and it's that easy. Now let's test it. So we see our open activity 2 button, we click it, we get to activity 2, and there's our swipe functionality. Let's lock it, works as well, unlock, and that's it. Definitely take a look at this library on GitHub, because there are more configurations available. And if this video was helpful, please leave a like. Take care.